Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is back again, and we're watching. It's a little something different. This guy decided to cover a certain episode of Ed, and Nettie, and it's my favorite episode of Ed, and Nettie ever. It's the one where he turns into a monster, and where Ed turns into a monster, and that has been my favorite episode ever since I was a little kid, 10 years old, probably. No, later than that, but whatever. But yeah, it was. Uh, it it somehow paid homage to classic monster movies, specifically Alien. Let's not kid ourselves. It's mostly Alien, and because he kidnaps the freaking kids and sticks them to the wall, and it all reminds me of the scene from the first Alien movie, and I'm all here for it. But the way he acts as a monster, it actually kind of got me excited. I mean, not scared, but excited. I'm like, yeah, he's actually a pretty good monster. Even the scene where he attacks Eddie the first time, I am a monster. It's one of my favorite scenes of the entire show, because it's the way it's shot, and the oh yes, Alien and Jaws, because they hide the monster until a certain point of the episode, and it's freaking great. Again, I think that's the real reason why I love it, because Jaws is actually my favorite movie of all time, and yeah. I don't want to keep talking about it. I love this guy. I've seen a lot of his stuff. I've been thinking about covering his stuff. He reminds me of A Kane, but it's been pretty interesting. He's done Powerpuff Girls mostly, and I think he's actually done it at Nettie a couple times. But I had to do this one, and depending on your reception, maybe I'll do more. So why don't we just get into it? Remember, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And let's do this thing out.
Today, I'm here to bring you another crash out from the Unibrowed Ed Boy. But this time, he did it for the love of the game and dang near destroyed the entire neighborhood because he thought he was a monster. Yeah. I'm not gonna hold y'all with the long intro, so put my stars on the board. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I bring to you Ed, the Monster Crashout. Welcome back to the cul-de-sac, where once again, Eddie is out here scamming worse than them random spam callers. And as Ed is over there acting like he's a whack-a-mole, he looks over and sees a monster painted on a board and starts getting stars in his eyes. Because then he runs over and puts his head through the cardboard trying to act like the monster because, well, he is a monster. I mean, have you seen how strong he is?
Yeah,
so
seriously.
as Eddie is beating Ed for wrecking his Scamapalooza, Double D gets an idea to actually make Ed a monster. And you know what? For the rest of this video, I can't even blame Eddie for any of his actions taken during this video because Double D caused all of this. Because they take Ed to Double D's house and Double D makes Ed a monster costume and then puts the helmet on Ed. And this is when Ed's imagination takes over. Because as Eddie is waiting on Double D to come back with a mirror, Ed literally starts to see red and starts growling at Eddie. And at this moment, I can't say that he is off the leash because I don't think there was a leash to begin with, because Ed made Eddie touch every wall in that garage. Oh my God. Man, look at how he left Eddie. Bro is beat up on the dang ground. He didn't deserve to get beat like that. So as Double D is talking to Eddie about what Ed did to him, they hear Jimmy screaming in agony because Ed done found him at the playground. And just like he did Eddie, he made Jimmy touch every part of that dang playground. So when they get there, y'all, I think we can go ahead and give Ed 2 stars for aggravated assault, because there's no way you can convince me that the shape left in this swing is not similar to Jimmy's head.
That's a chicken. Dude, it's a chicken. It's a chicken. Also, not only that, you'd also want to add, destruction of property to all that.
It's me that
do you see all that? He took a bite out of whatever the hell that was, and again destroyed the slide and made the swing into a chicken. What the fuck are you talking about? It looks like a damn chicken.
Shape left in this swing is not similar to Jimmy's head. But also, he did all of this with his bare hands. Well, monster hands, because he's in the costume. Skip the police, call the Pentagon. So as Double D is trying to warn the others because they looking for Jimmy, Eddie is over here trying to find a way to scam them once Ed gets his hands on them. And once again, I can't blame Eddie for any of this because this was all Double D's idea. So as the other kids are in there looking for Jimmy, Johnny finds a box of Chunky Puffs just randomly sitting in a pile of dirt. And if this isn't the most obvious this is a trap scenario, like nobody would be dumb enough to fall for this, right?
Johnny would.
Got him!
God damn it. Well, there goes Johnny. So Ed is now on a rampage, chasing the kids through the neighborhood. And when they run into Kevin's house, they board it up with everything, including the kitchen sink. This is low-key more guarded than Fort Knox, and it is still not enough to stop Ed from popping through the front door that had a fridge and a stove barricading it and taking Kevin. And I see where he be wearing that hat.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So as they run into the backyard, Double D takes a chicken out of Rolf's pocket. And why does he have a chicken in his pocket? Because he's the son of the goddamn shepherd.
But you see that? Look at that. He literally is saying, that literally made like Jimmy, when it's literally a chicken right in front of you. That's how they draw the chickens. What?
Ed is over there occupied with the chicken. The kids run into the treehouse, and as they're up there panicking, Double D is up there trying to convince them that he's just living out his fantasy while he's circling the bottom of the treehouse, stalking them like they're prey. Yeah, he's living his fantasy, his serial killer fantasy. And Double D, this is all your fault because he is literally circling the bottom of this tree like he's about to eat them.
He reminds me right now of Kevin Hart when he was telling that story about the ostrich. He's like, why would you throw a pin at it if we don't even know what it is? No, I didn't say that. I say we don't even know what it is. We don't know what it is.
This isn't normal behavior for a young man to have. So then, as Double D is about to go down there and put Ed in his place, Ed starts beating on the tree with his head. And before you think he's going to get a concussion, let me ask you something. What brain is slamming against that concrete skull of his? So after he knocks the tree house out of the tree with his head, Rolf emerges from the wreckage. And Double D asks Rolf, is he okay? Now remember how I said that he was circling that tree like he was getting ready to eat them like 10 seconds ago? Well, while Rolf is talking about how he's good, Ed pops up and eats the son of a shepherd.
How? Again.
Go ahead and put him at 4 stars.
Yeah.
Because he ate the goddamn son of a shepherd. So after Ed grabs Naz, we cut to Ed's room, which is now his lair. And it has chewed up Chunky Puffs on the wall. And y'all, you will not believe what, you know what? Yeah, y'all believe it. Ed was sitting there sticking them to the wall after he vomited chewed up Chunky Puffs on them like they were trophies. He even got the goddamn chicken. And I gotta say, Ed must move at the speed of light because when did he have time to do this in between snatching all of them up? So as Eddie and Double D try to go in there and peel them off the wall, Eddie decides to start scamming and told them that he would take them down for 50 cents a pop. Bruh, everything doesn't have to be about a bag. But as he's holding his jar, Ed comes behind him and literally tries to bite his head off. He tried to kill Eddie, bro, one of his best friends. Do you know how crazy Ed is right now? But do you know what stops this goddamn rampage? This monster that was on a serial killer streak? It was Sarah coming down there, taking that mask off and saying, Mom said don't have parties without me. Man, just put him at 5 stars. Lock him up in a dimensional prison for life. Case dismissed. But anyway, subscribe if you're new. I got the video y'all been waiting on coming up right after this next one.
Oh yeah?
And until next time, stay swiggy, baby.
All right, we got the him episode. Well, that was fucking hilarious. I gotta do all of his videos again. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of them. I love Ed and Eddie. Again, that's my favorite.
Welcome to our garden club.
Again, it's always been my favorite episode. It's never been topped to this day, in my opinion. I love I love that he was able to go through that though. That was actually really funny. There's actually a lot going on in there. And yeah, he is exhibiting like serial killer type tendencies. It's kind of crazy, but you know, at least Sarah knows how to cure it. And also, I wish he would have shown the fact that Sarah got stuck to the wall because it was so cathartic. She at least was able to get some punishment in this episode, and she deserves every bit of it. But anyway, let me know what you thought. Let me know if I should do more of these, and please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And I'll see you all in the next episode.